It's been a while since we've taken a look at gaming headsets, and what better way to kind of restart that by taking a look at a Sony Inzone H9. Right off the bat, you can tell that this is pretty much meant to complement your PS5 more so than your PC, but yes, it's also usable with your PC. However, after about 2 months of testing, we have to say that this is definitely the much better buy for your PS5 as compared to your PC, and we'll tell you why. If you have yet to really hear what Inzone is all about, well, it's basically Sony's newest arm of products that's really targeted towards gamers in mind, and it's meant to complement, well, the design scheme of the PS5. For a start, there are a couple of monitors and a few headsets to choose from, and this, the Inzone H9, is the current flagship audio offering. But let's first start with the design. Unironically, the design team that's going around for the entire Inzone series is meant to complement the PS5, so you get the striking off-white color alongside the main black frame, which is pretty tastefully done in our opinion. It does, however, still take up quite a bit of visual space as with most gaming headsets, so don't expect to use it out in public without getting the stares of many. In addition, while the boom mic does rotate up and away while not in use, it isn't removable, which, well, I would say it's a little bit of a shame. As for the overall build quality, this headset does mainly make use of hard plastics, which in our opinion does make for quite a bit of sense for its intended purpose. While it definitely doesn't feel as premium as most other headsets which make use of metal, this still does feel plenty great, and for long and intense gaming sessions, the reduction in weight would be of a higher priority. The Inzone H9 weighs just about 330 grams, which makes it far lighter than most of the competition and even against the SteelSeries Nova Pro Wireless. Now, in terms of comfort, you do get a really plush headband and ear cups, both of which are made of synthetic leather. They're actually quite stretchy, which adds on to the comfort, and there's minimal pressure on your ears while still maintaining good contact and isolation. One thing that anyone can probably appreciate are the struts, which have audible clicks and a tactile feedback. So no matter your head size, it'll probably fit you pretty easily. Now there's one point we want to talk about for those of us here in Singapore. The ear cups will accumulate heat and it will get warm after an hour or two, so how long it will stay on your head, while it may be comfortable, really it's up to your tolerance level, for sweat in that case. For physical controls, there's a volume dial, a noise cancelling and ambient sound mode toggle button, and a Type-C port on the left ear cup. And as for the right ear cup, there's a game chat balance button, Bluetooth, as well as the power button. Pretty intuitive, we have to say, and easily reachable and unmistakable when you have the headset on your head after using it for a while. Now let's talk about connectivity, because this is one of the strong points of this very headset. This supports both 2.4 GHz via a dongle and a Bluetooth 5.0, and you'll be able to connect them simultaneously to different devices. So for example, you can connect them to your phone via Bluetooth and to your PS5 or your PC via 2.4 GHz wireless via the dongle. You can have both of them playing while audio output at the same time. So you can have your in-game music or in-game voice or audio from your PS5 while also listening to music on the side using Spotify on your phone or whatsoever. Up to you. And if you do get a call, well, you can just take it right there and then on this very headset, if that's your fancy. Unfortunately, it does only support two audio codecs, AAC and SBC. There's no support for LDAC here, which is quite a bit of shame considering it's from Sony themselves. But perhaps the stronger point about this headset is the audio quality, and to that extent, the ANC performance. This is a closed-back dynamic headset which uses a 40mm driver in each ear cup, and they are tuned extremely well. Sony has indeed borrowed their knowledge and experience from their music-oriented headphones such as the WH-1000XM5, and it shows. This is definitely one of the better sounding gaming headsets out there, making it excellent for not just gaming but listening to music as well. While the overall soundstage isn't too impressive, stereo imaging is excellent, and there's plenty of texture and resolution throughout the entire music range. Now it is definitely tuned towards more of the low end, giving a little bit more kick, and a little bit more bass emphasis, and that does help towards things like explosions, footsteps, gunshots and the like, which is preferable in this case. But it's not overwhelming to the point that it's, well, yeah, overwhelming. It's not overdone, so that's great. To add on, when using a PC, there are many things that can be tuned using the Inzone Hub PC software. You can edit and save a few sound profiles, you can tweak the equalizer, turn on or off spatial audio, control ANC or ambient, and much more. So there's plenty you can do to get it to sound how you would like it to be. Though we definitely do suggest staying away from spatial audio, especially on the PC. It's just not that great at implementation. If you're on a PS5, however, you do enjoy the 3D Tempest audio tech, so that's actually quite the benefit. Now, is it on the same level as the WH-1000XM5? Well, of course not, but for a gaming headset, this is pretty splendid. To which we now have to touch upon the ANC, and we have to say that performance is pretty great, although it definitely does depend on your situation. If you're just gaming by yourself in a relatively quiet room in a relatively quiet neighborhood, the ANC performance is fantastic. It's not overly powerful to the point that you feel that pressure, but it's not weak either to the point that it's of no use. It sits in a happy medium that plays well in most scenarios. However, in my personal experience, unfortunately, I do live near quite an active military base, and the sound of F-15s or F-16s on full afterburner on takeoff, you'll definitely still hear them, so don't go expecting that. But even if that's not the case, if you do live near a major or busy highway or major road, the sound of traffic will still pipe in from time to time, especially if like those kind of low rumbling diesel engines, yeah, you'll still kind of hear it. But again, as we've mentioned, depending on the situation and your environment, and for its intended use case in a relatively quiet environment, the ANC performance is pretty stellar. As for ambient mode on the other hand, well, we don't really have much to say about it. As compared to something like the Apple AirPods Pro 2, well, it's not anywhere near, so it's okay, but nothing great about it. It's just okay. Now let's talk about the microphone, and in all regards, it's an alright microphone, but if you do take price into consideration, it does fall short. Make no mistake, your friends are still going to hear you fine and he'll still pick up your voice clearly even if you speak softly, but it definitely could still use more depth and body for a much more full sounding voice. The same goes for battery life. While 32 hours isn't bad at all, it's not as impressive as compared to the competition that can do 40 hours or more. Even the 10 minutes of charging for 1 hour of usage isn't as impressive as the competition. It's probably one point that Sony should really focus on for the next iteration, but for now, at the very least, you can also use it while charging, so it's not too bad. But lastly, we come to price, and this, well, this is probably the deal breaker. As of this review, the Sony Inzone H9 retails for 499 Sing dollars or 299 US dollars. That is quite the premium price, and it does face quite fierce competition, especially from the likes of Corsair, SteelSeries and Razer. So we would say to only consider getting this if you're planning to use it with your PS5 more so than your PC. But if sound quality is of utmost importance to you and you like the aesthetic of the Inzone H9, by all means, go for it. Despite a few quirks and flaws, you probably won't be disappointed. Though we definitely do suggest waiting for a sale to definitely get the most bang out of your buck. But for a first generation product, however, well, we would say that Sony has done a pretty fantastic job, and here's just hoping that for the next iteration, they'll pretty much do it perfect. If you have any questions, let us know in the comment section down below, and go ahead and like this video and subscribe to us for more of such content. Don't forget to follow us on all of social channels such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. Till the next one. See ya!